On the 18th of December 2022, Lionel Messi won the World Cup with Argentina, scoring twice to help them beat France on penalties. 3 years earlier, and Mojang released the Village and Pillage update, and these two things are linked. Stay with me. The year is 1987, and Lionel Messi is born in Argentina, in a place called Rosario. Now growing up, people knew that he was good at football. So good, in fact, that by the age of 13, he moved all the way to Spain to join Barcelona's famous academy, La Masia. And after a good couple years in the academy, he would make his official first team debut against rivals Espanyol. And only a couple months after, he would score his first ever Barcelona goal. And from then on, the success kept on coming. The following season, he would win his first Champions League. And in the following years after that, he would get another Champions League, as well as dominating in La Liga. In 2009, he would win his first ever Ballon d'Or, with his second coming in the very next year. Oh, and he also won a third, after scoring the most amount of goals in a calendar year. Oh, and he also got a fourth consecutive Ballon d'Or. In 2014, Messi was picked for the Argentina team, to help them win the World Cup in Brazil, and there he would have a great tournament. So good in fact, that they made it to the final. However, in the final, after this horrible miss from his teammate, a Mario Götze goal would eventually send Messi packing. And that wasn't the only bad thing to have happened to him in an Argentina shirt. In the following years, Messi would play in the Copa America, the South American International Football Championship. And there he would lose not just once, but twice in the final, to Chile. In fact, it was so bad that he actually retired from international football. He did eventually come out of retirement. And in 2021, he experienced success. Not only he would win the Ballon d'Or, he also won an international trophy with Argentina. But there was still one trophy left for him to win. A trophy that could make him the greatest player in the history of football. The World Cup! Despite losing their opening group game 2-1 to Saudi Arabia, the Argentines would cook, with Lionel Messi basically having the team on his back. They would have a pretty close match in the round of 16, nearly got humiliated by the Netherlands. In the semi-finals, however, these lot would absolutely cook Croatia, with Lionel Messi sending Josko Vardiol to his knees. And in the World Cup final, he would score a goal that put Argentina in the lead. And after choking a 2-0 lead to France, Lionel Messi would set up the lead once again, although eventually Mbappe would complete his hat-trick. However, thanks to the heroics of his teammate Emiliano Martinez, Messi would win the World Cup on penalties. And he could do it again at the time of recording. But how does this link to the Village and Pillage update? Well, Messi became a legend at a club called Barcelona, which was founded in 1899 by a man named Joan Gamper. Now, Barcelona as a city has had a historic past. In fact, it originated from the Roman settlement of Barcino. Now, after the Romans had left, the little town of Barcino/Barcelona was a fortified medieval settlement, surrounded by big walls. However, the walls weren't strong enough, as on the 1st of July 985, the forces of Al-Mansour invaded Barcelona, and 5 days later, the city fell. Now, accounts from the time describe how the looters, looted the place, ransacked the village, or if you will, pillaged it. Now, just so happened that when Minecraft's popularity was slowly falling down, some guy in the office in around 2018 was like, hey, what if we added mobs that, loot villages? Similar to how the forces of Al-Mansour invaded Barcelona. And then on the 23rd of April 2019, Mojang dropped the Village and Pillage update. So there you go, that's how Lionel Messi led to the Village and Pillage update. And if you like these videos, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more episodes.